Well, welcome to the Auld spot. This is the first time we're doing 2 addresses to the Haggis on Robbie Burns Day, and that's thanks to all you guys who've been the best customers and regulars in the city. Usually, this gentleman here, Hugh, is the one to address the Haggis. I'm honored to be opening for him. What he doesn't know is we're sharing the kilt. Lucky that I learned it first. Oh, I showered yesterday. We're good to go. So this is Robbie Burns' 261st birthday. Robbie Burns, of course, was the Bard of Ayrshire. He's the national poet of Scotland. He inspired the working class throughout the ages. The common man, how he wrote around the time with the French Revolution, the American War of Independence. The Scottish were emboldened to seek their independence from the English, and that carried on throughout history. He wrote about the customs of Scotland, the heritage, to be proud of that, which does resonate with everyone all around the world, and has. In Imperial and Soviet Russia, he was considered the people's poet. He was the first country, that was the first country in the world to issue a stamp about Robbie Burns in 1956. You know, the history of Russia didn't have it too good, so he was a big inspiration to the working class there and the common man. Some of his works include Auld Lang Syne, it's just sung every New Year's, or attempted to be sung every New Year's. To a Mouse, which inspired John Steinbeck to write, I think, one of the best novels and plays ever written, of Mice and Men. Tam O'Shanter, talk of golf clubs everywhere. If anyone's ever enjoyed Cutty Sark, like a boy Billy there. Scotch that is named after a ship that was in turn named after a character from the poem. And any metalheads, Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast is inspired by that poem as well. And Coming Through the Rye inspired J.D. Salinger's Red Catcher in the Rye. And it goes on and on and on. And his words inspired generation after generation after generation. I love him. I think he's the most incredible poet. When you know you've written work for the ages and timeless poetry, when your words are remembered and your name is largely forgotten. I don't think that's right. So it's important to remember that, remember this day, because he's just the best. Anyway, the poem itself, the address to the Haggis, could be perfectly encapsulates how he wrote. I mean, one could see it as a poem about food. It's very obvious it's written about, you know, the 1%, the lords and ladies, the ruling class, looking down on the working class and their customs and their heritage. So it's also like a big F you to the establishment. Sorry, and so at the end of the poem, you guys gotta help out to toast the Haggis. The last 2 lines are, for if you wish a grateful prayer, give her a Haggis. So when I say, for if you wish a grateful prayer,
give her a Haggis.
Give you guys a second, yes. We're gonna grab a glass, we're gonna yell together, give her a Haggis.
Give her a Haggis.
Alright? Alright. Be creative, son. Fair, for your honest, salty face. Great chieftain at the pudding race. I boon them, I take your place. Pinch, tripe, or thorn. Well, you worthy of a grace, as long as my arm. The groaning trencher,
there you fill. Your hurries like a distant hill. Your pin would help them mend the mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife sees rustic labor dight and cuts you up with ready sight, drenching your gushing entrails bright like any ditch. And then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive. They will take the hindmost on their ride, till all their well-swelled kites belie are bent like drums. Then old Gibman, most like to arrive, bethink it, hums. 'Tis there that over his French ragout, or olio that would start a sou, or fricassee that would make her spew with perfect scunner, looks down with sneering, scornful view on such a dinner. Poor devil, see him over his trash, his feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank a good whiplash, his knee a knit, through bloody flooding field to dash. Oh, how unfit. But Mark, the rustic haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread. Clap in his wailing eve a blade, he'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and heads'll sned like tops of thistle. Your powers will make mankind your care, and dish them out your bill of fare. All Scotland wants no skinking wares that laps and juggies. But if you wish a grateful prayer, give her a haggis!